It's just like the dream I had before, but... Why did that just happen?
Listen.
Are you okay?
No?
Oh yeah, it's nothing. It is nothing, right?
Hey.
Even though I still trust you, you know? It's just, I'm not used to relying on others.
Correct.
I know I never asked you for help right away, the right way, so I understand if you're not convinced. You lost so many points with me, girl. Honestly, I was convinced. I think that's just her personality.
Das Ding ist jetzt auch, ne? Ach nee, kann ja nicht sein. Wir haben schon einmal verloren gehabt bei dem Trial. Wenn die uns für alle schon mal für uns gewotet haben, ne? Also halt versagt hatten.
Ja.
Dann wurde ja gesagt so, time to vote, alle haben Makoto gewählt, ja, seid ihr aber falsch. Und vorhin, ja, time's up, wählt alle wählen Makoto, ja, da war's. Also ist auch so ein bisschen...
Ganz merkwürdig.
Ja, das, ja.
Müll, in die Müll, in die Müll, in die Müll, Müll, in die Müll, in die Müll, in die Müll, Müll, Müll. There's an unbelievable amount of trash here.
Hina? Hero? You're in there too? Okay, you're not.
Why, Hina?
I need something to cry.
You said you had a reason for doing all that investigating on your own. So how'd that turn out? Were you able to remember anything?
So...
I think there's still a lot I don't remember, but at the very least, I was finally able to recall my purpose and my ability.
Na, lass mal hören.
You mentioned your ability. My ability. What everyone should have known me for. I am the ultimate detective.
Nein, doch.
And that's no surprise to
Oh
us.
no, what a surprise. What a shocker.
Pretends to be shocked.
Tja, das...
So you're Batman?
Das kommt jetzt wirklich so komplett unüberraschend. Das war so, ja, we knew all along. Das war...
Du hast schon bei Sayakas Fall, du hast sofort angefangen, den Tatort zu ermitteln und hast praktisch sofort gesehen, da liegt nicht ein einziges Haar.
Ja, und auch bei Sakura, ne, sofort halt angelegt. So, ja, easy going. Also, es...
Und mit Chihiro.
Ja.
Untersuch die Leiche mal ganz genau, wenn du verstehst, was ich meine.
Tja, das...
Moment, ich muss mir noch was zu trinken.
Achso, ja. Die Ultimate Detective? Ich mach einfach mal weiter, damit ich auch mal was zu sagen hab, ne?
Correct.
And the reason I came to Hope's Peak Academy. Ja, du kannst jetzt mal Makoto für eine Weile haben.
Ja, okay.
There was someone I had to find here in the school.
Das ist ja wirklich so, ja, okay, ich gebe dir einfach mal die Maus in die Hand, wenn es gehen würde. Und ich mach einfach. Sag, wenn Monokuma oder so noch dabei ist. So. And you had to find someone who? Nein.
That's not what I sound like.
Now you do. You had to find someone who?
So...
Well, it was the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy.
The headmaster? Why did you want to find the headmaster?
Because he's my father.
What? What? Nani?
The fucking
Was?
Dein Vater? Dein Vater ist ein Roboter. Yoko? Sicher, dass du dir nicht den Kopf gestoßen hast beim Sturz? Okay, die Story will ich hören.
Also warte mal, ist jetzt wirklich damit gemeint, dass halt Monokuma oder halt wirklich der hinter Monokuma steckt, also der wirklich hinter dem ganzen Komplott hier steckt, dass das ihr Vater ist.
Ich glaube, sie hat extra den Unterschied gemacht zwischen Headmaster und Mastermind.
So.
Ich glaube, da ist ein Unterschied.
What?
I was separated from him as a child. As it turns out, he became the headmaster of Hope's Peak.
Where have you been born? At the panda zoo? Kyoko's dad is Hope's Peak's headmaster. Then that explains when Alter Ego told us how he thought the headmaster has involved.
I'll find a way.
Huh?
No matter what it takes, I will find the headmaster.
No matter what?
No matter the cost.
So,
Kyoko, what's going on? My memory hadn't come back at that point, but when he said that, I felt strange. It makes perfect sense now, of course, since my whole purpose for coming here was to find him.
That makes sense. No, it doesn't.
However,
But listen, Makoto, I want to make this perfectly clear so there's no misunderstanding.
Please try.
I said the headmaster wasn't the mastermind, but I didn't say that to protect him. I only said what I felt based on what I'd seen when I snuck into the headmaster's room.
Then, what did you see in there?
so,
The room had been ransacked. The shelves were a mess, the desk drawers dumped on the floor. The only conclusion is that someone who didn't know where anything was had been in there.
You mean the mastermind, right?
it's true.
That was my assumption, yes, and to confirm my suspicion, I decided to investigate the second floor of the dorms using the key I had found. There's the second floor of the dorms!
There are no dorms on the second floor. But why there?
Because I also found this in the headmaster's room.
This is some kind of map?
Indeed.
It's a layout of the entirety of Hope's Peak Academy. I found it in the headmaster's room along with Mukoto's profile and that key. The map showed that the second floor was home to a number of rooms meant for faculty use. Some of the staff must have had to stay overnight from time to time. And I figured the headmaster would have some kind of private room there. I assumed that if that were true, that room would likely hold more clues, so I went to check.
Correct.
And that's when I finally remembered. I remembered that my purpose was to find the owner of that room.
So you went there to see if the headmaster really did have a private room there.
However,
But once I got there, I noticed that the second floor of the dorms didn't have any cameras or monitors. Go on.
Das muss ich mir mal später nochmal angucken. Das zweite Stock da.
Da ist nix.
Das ist. So, what was it like? That part of the school, I mean.
It's hard to describe. All I can say is...
Yeah, less poop. There are less shit on the wall.
The moment I saw it, I realized... whatever's going on in the school is more horrific than we ever imagined.
What do you mean?
so,
I can't explain it. You need to see it for yourself. And I'm sure you'll get your chance soon enough.
Moment. Die Fotos.
Ja...
Wo wir halt, ne, die drei Cavalieros und so weiter, wo wir die gesehen haben.
Sayaka, Hifumi und Celeste.
Genau. Wenn das Teil der Schule ist. Aber irgendwie... Oh Gott, mein Kopfschmerzen. It sounds like it must be important. And really ominous. Can we go now? Fine.
however,
Okay, that is... Ah, Dama.
Ah, ja.
Which is why I had no idea what was going on in the rest of the building.
It has to do with Mukuru Ikusaba, doesn't it?
however, However,
Just to be perfectly clear, I didn't kill her.
Figured.
And I know it wasn't you either.
Yeah, obvious. I know you're right. But that just means everyone but you and me had an alibi. So then who did kill her?
anyway,
What I can say for sure is that the mastermind is directly involved. To begin with, the point of the class trial of Mukuro Ikusawa was to get me killed.
Get you killed?
indeed.
I stole that key and disappeared, and in retaliation, they wanted to draw me out and eliminate me. Ja, das haben wir mitgekriegt.
Ja.
That was the point of the class trial.
Haben wir gemerkt?
Yeah.
It was?
The mastermind knew they couldn't interfere directly.
You mean because of the school regulations?
That's right.
Exactly.
With minimum restriction, you are free to explore Hope's Big Academy at your discretion.
Discretion, yes.
Discretion.
The mastermind is adamant about following the rules, and with that rule in place, they couldn't step in. Since they couldn't kill me themselves, they tried to use the class trial to do it.
The mastermind couldn't step in because of the rules? That makes it sound like the mastermind himself is somehow bound by the school regulations.
Hey,
There's one other thing I'd like to point out about the murder of Mukuro Ikusawa.
What's that?
There was a point where Mukuro may not have become the victim. It could have been you, Makoto.
Yeah,
What?
I figured that one out, and someone standing in my room holding a knife. I could have become the victim?
indeed.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
No, let's have a flashback. Do you mean when I have the flashback right now? During the night?
I can hear them, you know. The footsteps of the god of death.
Was?
Ist ein Shinigami unterwegs?
Also das Ganze hat ja schon so seine, wo man sagen kann, ist einigermaßen realistisch gehalten, auch wenn es halt, ne, Monokuma ist eine eigene Sache.
Naja, er ist aber ein Roboter. Also
Ja,
er funktioniert
ja,
ziemlich
aber
gut.
jetzt-
Er ist ein bisschen sehr advanced, das stimmt schon.
Ja, auch mit diesen Sperren, wo halt Junko Gyros gemacht wurde. Aber jetzt zu sagen hier, so Shinigami, das ist jetzt ein
Naja,
bisschen...
gut, habe ich jetzt ein bisschen übertrieben, aber ich glaube, sie meint was anderes, das ist nur eine Metapher.
Ja, ich weiß schon, aber das wäre sehr...
Aber erstmal ein ganz schönes Resounding.
Ja. What?
Nein, du hast die Zeile nicht vorgelesen.
What do you mean?
Das Makoto Neigi, da unten steht's doch.
Na, what?
Ja, Resounding, richtig schön so. Ich kann sie hören, weißt du? Die Schritte des Todesgottes.
Das hat Kyoko gesagt.
Ja, klar. Und daraufhin einfach mal so, weil das als so ein völlig so ein irrer Satz ist. Einfach ein richtig schönes.
Ich habe nur so, what? So, okay, gut.
I can
What?
hear the god of death as he moves.
So, besser?
Besser.
Gut.
I can hear the god of death as he moves.
So. Hallo
My
liebe Nachbarn,
ability
es freut mich.
naturally draws me into cases just like this,
Anyway,
which is exactly what happened with you. I was in the dorms and I had a sudden sense of dread. I looked down the stairwell
And there was a captain named Red.
and I saw a white shadow cross the corridor. What
Ja.
did you do?
Ja, Entschuldigung, ich war nicht lange draußen in der Sonne. Ich habe eine Bildschirmblässe wieder. Es tut mir leid.
Ah, TFT-Bräune.
Naja. So, hoffentlich kommt jetzt wirklich keiner für den Nachbarn und fragt so, was ist denn hier los?
Ja gut, du sollst ja nicht wirklich übel schreien, einfach nur das schöne...
Hab ich doch gerade!
Ja, ist ja gut.
Deswegen hoffe ich mal, dass jetzt keiner kommt.
Bei mir kommt doch keiner.
Ja, das würde mich wundern, ne? Wenn hier andere hier Radau machen, da kommt keiner auf. Wenn ich mal kurz hier einmal, dann kommt er an. Der wird mich nicht wundern.
I gave chase right away. As I followed it, I saw the shadow go into your room. Shadow, what did you do?
I'm sorry, I'm feeling lonely.
I am lonely.
Lonely mit L natürlich.
I ran into your room and I saw what was happening.
Hello there. What is
It was really kinky.
How about a magic trick? Wanna see how I make this knife
Want to see
disappear?
this knife disappear? I intervened immediately, of course.
However,
That wasn't the end of things, of course. I stopped them, but that led to... Whoever the masked assailant was, they ended up dead.
It is gone. Blech. And now I am the dead.
Blech.
correct.
And their murder was disguised and the dojo key wound up in my room. It all has to be the work of the mastermind in an attempt to use the class trial to eliminate me.
So all this would mean that whoever killed Mukuro is also the mastermind, right?
Indeed.
I don't have conclusive evidence, but that's what I think.
But that's really bad if true. It means the mastermind can kill whoever they want if they feel like it. Wait, but doesn't it create another contradiction? The mastermind wanted to use the class trial to try and kill you because they couldn't interfere, right?
Interfere.
Ja,
I said.
mir ging die Luft gerade ein bisschen aus.
So, you're right. That is a contradiction. And it's not just Mukuro. They needed the class trial to kill me, but seemed ready to kill you in your room. Everything they did is a contradiction.
So, what does it all mean?
In other words,
It means that the mastermind is the one who's been cornered.
Makoto.
Just a little more. Better. A little more and I should be able to figure out the mastermind's identity.
Okay, noch einmal.
No, not that. No, not more of that. No
Oh.
more of that. Shame on you.
Okay.
The identity of the other ultimate despair.
Oh,
There's two of them?
Okay. The other ultimate despair.
There's no doubt that Mukuro was the ultimate despair and that she's dead. Now, no, she was the fucking ultimate soldier, damn it! But I don't think the ultimate despair is just one person.
It's not?
Indeed.
If you think about it, the ultimate despair seems to implicate whoever caused that event.
You're talking about...
What happened a year ago, the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history.
Please, more verbs. The tragedy. Whoever responsible for that. They're the ultimate despair?
It would seem
That despicable group whose only purpose and motivation comes from despair.
Then they're...
indeed.
Make no mistake,
Okay.
they are the root of all the evil that has forced us to go through this. That is the ultimate despair. And that is our real enemy.
Pain of a Junk Food Junkie. Das hat's auch nicht so wirklich jetzt...
Alles ein bisschen misleading, die ganzen
Ja.
Titel. Alter,
Hä?
Chapter 6!
Was ist das denn?
Dream Island Rocket!
Alter, das sieht erst aus wie so ein Buttplug, ey.
Das ist ein Buttplug.
Ja, gut.
Alles kann ein Buttplug sein, wenn du mutig genug bist.
Auch wieder mal. Die Ultimate Despair. Aber wirklich, der ganze Fall vom Titel von dem Kapitel, wo man dachte, Junkfood, ja. China. Ah, hätte damit nichts zu tun.
Er hat ja auch gerne mal Junkfood gegessen. War zwar nicht so offensichtlich, außer halt in seinem Flashback. Ja, die Aliens haben meinen Burger geklaut, Mann. Aber sonst?
A group of people who caused a tragedy 1 year ago. Those same people put together this killing game and began broadcasting it around the world. The most desperately awful group of people ever. Of all time. That is the mastermind's true identity. Our enemy has finally been revealed. Naja, mehr oder weniger. But right now...
Anyway,
Now we have to get out of this horrible place. It smells.
I'm sorry, there isn't a
You
bath.
are not. You are not sorry. This is what you do all the time, Makoto.
But this time I can!
Well, moving on. Figuring out the rest of the story can come after.
Yeah, you're right. Ich gebe nochmal mit dir. Kyoko, do you still have that one thing? Monokuma's secret tool that you got from the headmaster's room?
indeed.
Of course I do. It's an absolutely vital part of ensnaring the mastermind. I would never part with it.
And it can open any door in the school, right?
That's right.
Then we should be able to use it on that door, right? Hey, Kyoko, we can use that key of yours to open this door, right?
It's true.
Let's find out.
Well, okay then. Kyoko took out the key with the Monokuma design on it and slid it into the keyhole. And then...
Everything went black.
Yes, it opened!
Indeed.
And now we can get out of here. Let's go.
I will miss this place. Sounds good. We quickly opened the door and made our escape from the garbage pit. Aber wir haben dann nicht wieder von Monokuma gesehen und alles und dann so, hey, you're supposed to be dead. I'm gonna kill you again. Finally. We are finally free. But there wasn't even a time to take a bath, wollte ich gerade sagen. Breath of relief. Bath. Because of the real fight had just begun. Chapter 6. Ultimate pain, ultimate suffering, ultimate despair, ultimate execution, ultimate death. After leaving the garbage pit, we found ourselves in a tunnel extending straight up, like a chimney. There was a metal ladder leading up into the tunnel. We started climbing the ladder, intent on reaching the surface. Entschuldigung. The ladder was impossibly long. I couldn't even see where it ended. We climbed into darkness. Did somebody say darkness?
Makoto, don't you dare take a shit right now. I'm right below you.
Well, maybe it's better when you climb in front of me?
So you can peek up me skirt? I don't think so.
I did that or a poop on that. It's choose your poison.
Well, okay then.
Einfach so eine Wurst. Flup.
Sie ist auf meiner Schulter gelandet.
Heidi ho!
And it can talk.
I made some friends down there. The passage was dark and cramped, like the poop. I couldn't even see my own feet beneath me. I had no idea though. Nicht Idita. I had no idea. Alter, ich wollte schon wieder Idita sagen. Was ist denn da los? I had no idea where we're so far down.
Hey,
Idita.
Idita.
Don't lose your footing. If you slip, I won't be able to catch you.
Yeah, I'll be careful. But now that you say that, I'm getting kind of nervous. Maybe talking will help keep my mind off it. So, hey, Kyoko. There's something I want to ask you. You said you're the ultimate detective. Big shocker, I know, right? So, how long have you been doing detective work?
Vor allem ist auch schön, dass wir da jetzt die Avatare nochmal haben.
Ja.
damit wir wissen, wer da spricht.
Ja.
How long?
So,
Well, ever since I can remember.
Du hattest Amnesie, also since when you can remember? Since you can remember now?
So I've been basically doing it forever. Asshole. I come from a long line of detectives. Detective work is in my blood. There was a time when being a detective was considered a sacred duty. My family's always seen it that way. Did you know one of my grandpas is actually Batman?
You don't say? Which timeline are we living? Is Batman still a thing?
Batman is always a thing.
Ah, so you're the next Batman. So I guess...
Which I might be.
I mean, you still got your dad, so...
I'm working on that.
Okay. And is your family famous? Well, it's a bad family.
But
Bad!
wrong.
quite the opposite, actually.
Yeah,
Batman
nobody...
has been long forgotten. Even among actual detectives, many people haven't heard of us. Nobody cares about Batman.
Huh? But how come? It's like your family tradition, right? So how does it count that nobody knows Batman?
Right.
Because we take pride in it.
I mean... Pride?
Indeed.
A detective is neither light nor shadow. We represent neither justice nor evil. That is how we can uncover the absolute truth.
But...
No,
But is Batman... I don't know, smashing evil guys to the hospital? I mean, he's not pretend to kill, but...
Like I said, it's something we take pride in.
Okay...
We stand neutral in all things, and to do that, we have to stand separate from the rest of society.
Okay, this... that would really explain the, you know, Batman thing.
Yeah, the whole vigilante thing. Which is why we've made a conscious effort to conceal our existence, like Batman.
A conscious effort?
It's true.
It's kind of old-fashioned, and I can't say it's entirely rational.
Like
Remember,
Batman?
Batman doesn't kill, but he still does. But it's in our family creed. It's our family creed, and we do what we must to protect it.
So, are you running around in a black leather costume at night and, you know,
Have
smashing
you ever
people?
looked at my clothes? This is all leather.
Huh.
Because, like I said, it's our source of pride. Ich liebe es.
Yeah. Pride, huh? So that explains. Before I came here, when I was looking up info about the school online, I never saw anything about her. Because she had herself on purpose, so to protect the pride of her family and Batman.
However,
Yet, I gave up some of that pride.
Huh? I mean, huh?
In order to enter Hope's Peak, I had to reveal myself to the school. I did it knowing it was something a true Kirigiri detective would never do.
So you gave up the bat mask and showed yourself? But the reason you gave up that pride, the reason you would go so far to enter Hope's Peak, it was because that's how much you wanted to reconnect with your dad, right? There's no shame in that. I mean, it's kind of dumb. I mean, you could be Batman.
what?
Reconnect. I had absolutely no desire to reconnect with my father.
Then why did you? I mean, but you'd be reunited after all those years, right? You wouldn't have had much to talk about.
Wrong.
There's nothing I want to talk to my father about.
Then why are you here?
However,
There is something I want to say to him, though.
Oh, what?
I...
No matter what it takes, I have to find him and tell him, face to face.
Is it to tell him to fuck off?
No, it's to go away.
Oh, that's hardcore. Okay. What is it?
So...
I just told you. I want to sever all ties with him. Geh weg. Einfach wirklich.
Sever?
The last time I saw him, I was still very young. So I don't remember myself, but apparently he was extremely intelligent. He was in line to become the next head of the Kirigiri family. He was talented, he had a promising future.
However,
But he had no interest in detective work. So he cut himself off from the family.
So you're basically an orphan now, in this case, so you could be the next Batman.
Not long after that, my mother died and he
Even better.
simply ran away.
So you can be Batman.
He went to my grandfather and they had a huge argument. And young as I was, he left me behind.
I'm pretty sure that counts. I'm sure that counts. There was a reason for that. I'm sure your dad wanted to take you with him.
right.
If that's true, then I need to thank him. Thank him for leaving me.
Yeah, and now you can be Batman.
Because unlike him, I take pride in the work I do. I take pride in my family name. So every last part of me is happy he didn't take me with him. If I'd gone with him, I never would have had the chance to become a detective.
I was above Kyoko on the ladder, so I wasn't able to see her expression. So I couldn't tell. I couldn't see how she looked when she said that. What she might have been feeling. All I could tell was we are talking all the time and not climbing. That was a bad idea.
That was just impossibly long.
That was a bad idea. She was more talkative. And we didn't climb shit.
Das hätten sie wirklich animieren können, so ein bisschen, ne?
Ja, so ein bisschen, ja. And more emotional.
I don't blame him, you know. He had his own life to live. That's what anyone in my position might say, right? But it's
However-
not true. But there's one thing. One thing that I can never forgive.
Really?
So...
The way everyone else looked at me. I was never sad about being left behind. Like I said, I think it was a good thing.
However,
But when the rest of my family looked at me, they saw something different. They only saw me as the little girl that was abandoned by her father. That's how they see me even to this day. His shadow has been following me my entire life. I'm sick of it.
Entschuldigung.
I need him out of my life. I need to step out of his shadow.
Ja.
correct.
That's why I have to find him and tell him we're no longer family.
It's okay.
In order to settle the past. In order to remove him from my life forever. I have no doubt he forgot about me years ago.
But your family to just cut him out like that?
If you have shit parents, there's no shame in cutting them out of your life.
That's true, that's true.
Our only connection is through blood, nothing more. And that's what I always say. Are we connected by heart and soul? No.
Hey,
Is blood really enough to call someone family? Never.
Nope. Nö.
Ich meine, es gibt Blutsbrüderschaft, aber das ist was anderes. Das ist ja ein Ritual.
Ja gut, das kann aber auch ziemlich nicht immer so gut ausgehen, wenn man halt zwei verschiedene Blutgruppen hat und das kann auch mal wieder so ein bisschen so,
Wenn man dann zu lange reibt, dann ist man ein bisschen am Arsch, ja.
Ja. Aber es gibt ja auch andere Sachen, wie man halt quasi eine Bruderschaft machen kann.
Sakeschalen tauschen.
Is this really a thing?
That's the thing.
Ah!
Ich meine, selbst in Deutschland trinkt man Brüderschaft.
Ey, Crimson, wenn man sich mal wieder sehen kann, ne? Lass mal
Also
Sake
1000
trinken.
Jahren.
Ja, gut.
Okay, ich versuche mal irgendwo einen zu bestellen.
Ja gut, das kann auch ein bisschen dauern, ne? Only connected by blood, not by heart or soul. I was so shocked to hear her say something like that. I didn't know how to respond.
How about, yeah, cool.
Was, ja, Kult?
My, whatever.
So instead, I said nothing.
I just pooped on her.
That's how I see brotherhood. I just kept climbing the ladder in complete silence.
If you ignore the farts. Er hat jetzt und sie muss durch die ganze Wolke und Welle durch. Oh. Oh.
And after I don't know how long, we finally reached the top. Mount Silver. Oder ein Gullideckel. Looks like this is it.
Indeed.
On the other side of this door, Hope's Peak is waiting for us.
Es ist echt eine Schande, dass Kyoko jetzt nicht vor uns gelaufen ist. Das hätte so ein schöner... Naja, egal.
He still has a nice butt.
It's okay. We're back. Back in the game.
That's right.
Remember that hatch on the ground near the treasure? I know it! I'm fairly certain that's where we'll come out. I unlocked it earlier, so it should open without much trouble.
Well, here goes nothing. I reach my right hand up and I fall down the ladder.
Das wäre echt so mies. Entweder wenn er wirklich dabei abrutscht oder wenn er probiert. Nee, scheiße, ist zu.
Hey, guys!
Only one way to go.
Wie beim Final Fantasy VII Machine Bridge. Guys, the door's locked.
Oh, das wäre so mies. Das ist wirklich so die Final Fantasy VII Situation.
Ja. The hatch opened with ease, and
Oh, thank God.
so